What if I told you we've already lost your next big opportunity? Not because you're not smart, not because you didn't prepare, but because you never learned how to negotiate the right way. And until you do, you'll keep losing deals, jobs, raises, partnerships, and you won't even know why. But here's the twist. Harvard cracked the code decades ago, and if you learn their 4-step rule, everything changes. Imagine this. You're sitting across from someone who holds the key to your future, a job offer, a business deal, a raise, a life-changing investment. You've done everything right, prepared your pitch, polished your words, wore your best clothes. But something goes wrong. They smile, nod politely, and then say, "Let me think about it." That deal? It's gone. You walk away wondering, what did I miss? It wasn't your resume, it wasn't your credentials, it was the way you negotiated. And it cost you thousands, maybe millions over time. But here's what you were never taught. Harvard's top negotiators use a 4-part strategy that flips the entire conversation. And, in the next few minutes, you're going to learn it, step by step. But first, let me tell you the story of a 12-year-old kid who unknowingly revealed the heart of world-class negotiation. It happened in Hyde Park, London. A father and son were tossing a frisbee, something the locals had never seen. A curious crowd gathered. Then, a man stepped forward and asked, "Sorry to bother you, but who's winning?" The father just smiled. "No one's winning, we're playing." And that is negotiation. It's not about winning. It's not about beating the other side. It's about understanding the game you're playing and how to play it well. So how do you do it? How do you walk into any room and negotiate with power, without aggression? It starts with Harvard's 4-step rule. Step 1. Focus on interests, not positions. You say you want a raise. They say the budget is tight. You say you want the window open. They say it's too cold. And so the argument begins. But you're both missing the point, because the real power in negotiation isn't in what people say they want. It's in why they want it. That's what Harvard teaches. Focus on interests, not positions. Like two kids fighting over an orange. Their parent cuts it in half. One eats the fruit, the other wanted the peel for baking. If the parent had just asked why, they both could have had 100% of what they needed. So next time you're in a deal, ask this: why is that important to you? What are you hoping to achieve? That one question can unlock everything. Step 2. Use objective standards. Let's say you're negotiating rent. You want it lower. The landlord wants it higher. You go back and forth until someone gives in. But that's not negotiation. That's emotional tug-of-war. The Harvard method. Use fair, objective standards, market prices, industry benchmarks, third-party expert opinions. Let's see what the data says. Let's check what others are paying for the same thing. By doing this, you shift the focus from what I want versus what you want to what's fair based on reality. Now you're not demanding, you're being smart. But wait, what if the other person still says no? What if you're stuck again? Then you need something even more powerful than logic. You need to invent options they can't refuse. Let me show you how. Step 3. Invent options for mutual gain. Here's the truth. Most people believe every deal is win-lose. But the best negotiators, they turn it into win-win. That means you don't just compromise, you create options that didn't exist before. Imagine you're splitting a cake. One person cuts, the other picks first. Suddenly, the slice is perfect. Same with deals. When you brainstorm multiple solutions, instead of arguing over just one, you unlock creativity. What if we structured it this way instead? What if we changed the terms slightly? You're not giving in. You're building value on both sides. And the truth is, they'll trust you more when you do. Step 4. Separate the people from the problem. Let me guess. You've had a negotiation turn into a fight, not over the issue, but over tone, words, or ego. That's the final trap. People aren't logical. People are emotional. The Harvard rule? Be soft on the person, but hard on the problem. Instead of saying, "You're being difficult," say, "This part of the deal is tough for me. Can we look at it together?" Instead of getting defensive, invite their input. If you were in my position, how would you approach this? You're not surrendering. You're leading. Now you know the truth. The best negotiators, the ones from Harvard, the ones who win quietly, powerfully, and consistently, aren't louder. They're smarter. They don't fight. They don't demand. They listen. They ask. They create. And now, so can you. But before your next negotiation, there's one final thing you need to do. Don't go into your next big conversation blind. Build your BATNA, your best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Because the moment you have the power to walk away, you'll never be desperate again. If this video helped you think differently, hit subscribe for more strategies from the escape plan. Share this with someone who needs to stop losing silent battles. And drop a comment. What's the biggest negotiation mistake you've ever made? Because you're not just here to watch videos. You're here to escape average and build a life on your own terms.